How's it going, guys? I decided to come out tonight and maybe get some work done to the boxer. Talking about box, see that big brown one behind me? That's a bumper cover for my truck for the front, because they have Dodge Rams Sport Edition ones, and they're not chrome. They don't got that one piece of plastic and the other piece of plastic. It's one bumper. Either it slides on or it's an actual bumper. I'm not sure. I think it's a slide-on type. But I got this one home. I did pay for it, everything. Got it home. I'm just watching the ice fall off the roof here. And open it up. I seen the white. I seen the back. I pushed the back in and I put it there. It's going back down to where it's fiberglass. I ain't doing fiberglass. I hate fiberglass parts. And it's too cold. This is not the right, maybe in nice warm areas that's warm all the time, or just a little bit of coldness, but when you got the minus 28s and 30s in that with fiberglass, you know what I mean, that's going to be an everyday driver. I'm not putting that on there, so that's going back. Okay, I had a question about my primer. Is it hard to sand or easy to sand? Not really. It's pretty hard to sand. 320, it takes a little bit of work to get it cut through and that, so yeah. So that's actually a good thing when primer's hard to sand, because I find primer that's easy to sand is the primer that shrinks on you. Primer that goes really hard, I can use this as like a hammer, man. This is a puck, primer puck. And if I had a cup here, I would show you it did not shrink, did not crack. So by the time I'm done in that box, you know what I mean, and that would be all sitting there, and then I'll get that in primer, then I'll start prepping everything else and all that. So it takes a bit for it to open it up, but like I said, UTEC, I think Sherry Williams might carry that brand, UTEC. It's called UTEC. They got paint and primer and all that shit. And Mako used to use UTEC primer, and it said right on the gallon of primer that it fills 80 grit sand scratches. And then Mako eventually got out of it and started using Omni primer, which shrunk and that. So, but it was really hard shit to sand. Yeah, you break a sweat trying, you know what I mean, block that shit out. This stuff here is not as hard as the UTEC, but it is hard to sand though. It's not easy to sand. It's not easy to feather out. You know what I mean? That's why when I prime, I always prime where I have to prime. I'll nail that 2 times, and then I'll go up once where I don't really need it, so this way it kind of, layers it. Same with the, the spots on the roof, or hood of the truck. I prime that area, and then I go a little bit out, and then out again, just for, instead of going big, and it's only this big, keep going big, that big, and then you're just building a big mountain of love that you ain't gonna love the sand. Where was that sucker? Okay, that gun that Mr. Milrich 77 gave me. Somebody asked me the model number of this. I'm telling you guys, I give this thing 2 thumbs up, man. For Milrich 77, he said it's not, it's not an expensive gun. It was just because I sent him French vanilla, and he sent this and caught me off guard. And this is the gun that everybody talks about in the States. The paint does come off though when you do clean, but that's nothing. Here's a number right here for the fella that was asking. There we go. It's purple. Doesn't come with a regulator, but it comes with a really neat tool that I'll have to show you. It comes with a really neat wrench set and that. So yeah, fucking great for primer, man. I used to use a 1.8, you know, 1.8 you can pretty well get it done in, you know, one shot, priming. Shit just flying off the roof, man. And someone mentioned that the primer laid out good. Actually, that was my first time using that gun. And it laid out really slick, man. You know what I mean? And so yeah, it won't be much work to fix that, so that's cool. You know what I mean? But like I was saying, you know what I mean? Like, so all my body work was right here. Of course, I put etching down. All my body work was here. So I prime where my body fill would stop, and then go higher, and then overlap again, but go higher. And just layers, eh? Instead of having one big layer. And that, so yeah. But I come out because I'm going to start cleaning the bottoms and that. And like cleaning where the rust is. And that, and then yeah, go that way there. Should be pretty cool. And then and that, I didn't feel like sitting in the house. It's, you know, pretty shitty, pretty crappy out today, really. But and that, so yeah, that's what's going on, guys. So there's the information on the primer, information on the gun, and information on this big box that has a fiberglass bumper in it. Did I tell you? I think so, eh? It's fiberglass from my truck. It's going back. I don't want it. And then that, yeah. So yeah. It's 7 minutes of time. Plug you guys in. I got dumbass fucking hockey on. Jeez, I hate hockey. So anyways, I got a book full of tools, right? You know, that's why, you know, that, thanks to, Mr., starts with a V, buddy. I'm not even going to fucking torture you. You know, I should just have a pen and whatever. But the fella that's doing VMAX or the red Chevy, like the one I just did. So I asked information about the finest DA, you know, for wet sanding and that. And he gave me the information, and where is it? I finally got it in. And of course I went Hutchinson. And so yeah, so I got that, so that's cool. You know what I mean? I'm still gonna block by hand, but you know what I mean? But it's gonna be way quicker with this. I do have a pad. Oh, there it is. No, that's not it either. And that. So yeah. But the fellow with the red truck, if you can make a video on your wet sandpaper that you use for your DA, you said you got 115, 2000, and 3000. If you can tell me what brand they are, and tell me about your pad, like the pad that, and the hook pad, and then maybe if you can leave a message on this video with that information, so this way I can go in and say this is what brand things are. That would help me out a lot. They found 1500 and 2000 and 3000. They can't find no 2000. I mean, it's out there somewhere, you know what I mean? But, you know, there's no shops in town that wet sands vehicles. There's only one place in town that does it. And I'll be back.